Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Down. 10-2 saw.
57. Let's go, D.
Rock it.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Fly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll try the left side. Ayers. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up first and 10 at the 16. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Set. 30 base.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset. draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, check 24.
They'll run on first down. Ayers has some room to work, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Fry. Trying to lay one up deep. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 22. And his guys will take over at at the 25-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
X3. 218, chop.
Check 3, check 3.
Hey, high 7.
53's Mike.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. It's a big play that time by the Jets. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Go. 30 base. Topper! Now.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They'll
run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Back to throw. Fry. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Charlie.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, Haywood. Watch the twist.
Off play action. Fry sliding out of the pocket. Looking sideline, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, orbit.
Off the play fake. Fry. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Yes, yes.
I got you. I got you.
Hey, Delta.
57, Mike 57. I got you.
Go.
On 3rd down, Fry. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
You gonna see me?
Smooth.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. On 1st down, Fry. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw again, Fry. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Fry. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop. Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down, New York.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. 5.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready.
55, 55. Cut.
Yep. Hey, Echo.
Check right.
Watch it go.
Second and 11. He gets this one to Johnson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Now.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike, let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
From the gun, Fry. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fry. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
We got 4.
Throwing on 1st down. Fry. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing again. Fry. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Haywood.
57
Ready?
To throw again. Fry. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Fry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. Now Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
50, plant.
53, Mike. I'm going back.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. On 1st down, Ayers. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running from the gun, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 or. Hey, box truck. 2.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Fry. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Off play action. Fry being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, it's Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Off the play fake. Fry. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On fourth down. Fry. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like...
And this is caught. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the one on second and goal. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up third and goal. On third down, Ayers. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Colvin. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
61, matchbox lights.
2nd and 2. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. Because
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! That's how we do it.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and